will it take us out from yesterday's slam dunk, so to speak? Cement stocks are off to a good start, banks are off to a good start, metals are off to a good start, individual stocks which are newsmakers, they are off to a good start. So the first rates are, it's not like a gigantic leap, but it's a leap which is constructive nevertheless. UltraTech is trading with a positive bias, Nifty is trading with a positive bias, Tata Motors is trading with a positive bias, HDFC Bank is off to a good start, metals and steel. Because if the Fed feels inflation is headed higher, one sector which always will be a trade on inflation would be industrials, and within that metals. And looking at where steel prices of late have been, it's a perfect reason to believe that the strength in metal, which in a sense was slightly puffy-duffy in couple of trading sessions, could well make a comeback. Just an outside thought here is that if the biggest central bank in the world feels that inflation now is going to be above 2% for this year, and it's going to be a second half of high inflation print, then it makes sense to perhaps align with some of the pro-inflation trades. Aisha?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just looking at what else is actually moving on when it comes to the liquid universe. While yesterday's damage somewhat has been stalled and we're holding up about 112 points, the good thing is that the breath has recovered smartly. It's actually an inverse picture of what we were staring at yesterday, with now only 3 names to the declines, fortunately. BHEL, the beaten down one from yesterday, has made a comeback. Idea has reacted to the telecom subscriber data, and given that it's managed to limp back, the street is rewarding it for it. AU Small Finance as well, 3.25% higher there, and Trent is the smart mover, 2.5% uptick there. RBL Bank, Jindal Steel as well are part of the winners list. From the Nifty and the big boys, Hindalco, Bajaj Finance, Tata Steel, Tata Motors, iShares, IndusInd, they are the ones which are moving up as we speak. What's not looking good? Infosys, Hero Murukop, Dr. Reddy's, but they are also just about marginally soft as we speak. Infosys is your biggest loser, and that too is down only 0.6%. So less than 1% downtick is something that one can safely ignore. But again, these are just the opening rates. One really has to see whether they stay put or not, and how the global markets pan out thereafter, and how we actually absorb that reaction. Nikunj?